What's going on YouTube? Today's video is going to be on speed control and how to control that cue ball. If you've been following my videos, if you notice I've been hitting the ball a lot harder than normal. Speed control is one of those things that you have to actually master and control the cue ball on and see where it's actually going to stop. And one way to do these is actually by doing drills. I remember there was a saying, for a deep player, that person only knows 2 shots. Hard and harder. So let's get the hard and harder out of our mentality and try to control this cue ball. One way to set up this drill is get the cue ball on the second diamond on the long rail and the second diamond on the short rail. And what I like to do is get a piece of chalk and also place it on the second diamond on the long rail and the second diamond on the short rail. That way I have somewhere to aim. The biggest thing about this is you're going to practice the lag shot. You'll be surprised how many people don't actually practice the lag shot, because around here we always flip for the coin. But the lag shot is very important, especially if you go on a tournament where they do a lag shot. Once you master and you're comfortable with the lag shot, the next thing you want to do is place the cue ball in the same place. And this time what you want to do is actually get the cue ball to actually stop on the rail. You'll find that a lot more difficult than the lag shot itself. Once you're comfortable with the slow shot, then you're going to practice your break speed. The way to practice your break speed is you're going to set the cue ball in the same place again, second diamond on the long rail and second diamond on the short rail. But this time you go all the way up to the foot of the diamond and bring it back to the head of the diamond and then bring it back to the foot of the diamond. And you want to get that as close to the rail as possible also, because you want to have a controlled break. You'll be surprised when you watch a lot of billiards and pool, especially 9-ball. They're actually not breaking super hard anymore. They're controlling the white ball, because we all know the most important shot in pool, especially 9-ball, is the break shot. This is for the lag shot. What you want to do is get the cue ball up the table and back down to the table and get it as close as possible back to you to the rail. This one is going to get the cue ball as close as to the rail on the head of the table. This one is for breaking. What you're going to do is you're going to place it in the same spot, but this time you're going to actually go 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And it's a double lag, and you try to get the cue ball as close as possible to you and making that cue ball go as straight as possible also. Once you're comfortable with your break shot, what I also like to do to control my speed control is set up the cue ball also in the same location, second diamond on the long rail and second diamond on the short rail. But this time what you're going to do is actually do a lag shot where you're getting the cue ball to come back to this rail. Because the biggest thing is, once you learn how to control this cue ball in any position, if you notice, you watch especially 9-ball and 10-ball, when they do the push out, they push to the rail. And the pros are so good at it that anywhere on the table, it seems like that cue ball is always stuck to the rail. So that's one of the best things to practice, is practicing this ball and actually getting it to the rail. Alright, this one is going to be for the long rail. You're going to do a lag shot and you're going to go up and down the table and try to get the cue ball as close as possible to where you started right here on this rail. Alright, now that we've been doing the cue ball and mastering our strokes and getting the speed control with just the cue ball, now it's time to actually get it with the object ball. And what I like to do is actually place the object ball right on the half diamond on the short rail and on the fourth diamond on the long rail, and make the cue ball as straight as possible on the third diamond on the long rail. And you're just gonna line it up straight to the pocket, and your objective is to actually pocket the object ball in the corner pocket and make this cue ball stop at this diamond, and then stop at this diamond, and then stop at this diamond. So you have 3 diamonds you want to practice at. 1, 2, and 3. Once you master those, you want to practice the same shot, but this time you are drawing it. Because it's easy to follow the ball, but as you notice, drawing the shot takes practice, and you have to know how to do a controlled draw shot. So you're going to actually draw it back to where it started. You can draw it back to the 2nd diamond, and then the 3rd diamond. And if you get really good, you can practice it all the way to the 4th diamond. And these are some of the shots that you want to practice. That way you can master cue ball control and speed control. Like I said before, speed control is the hardest thing to actually learn in pool, especially 9-ball. Any billiards game is actually getting that cue ball on the string. This one is going to be for the follow shot. Like I said before, you're going to get the object ball set up and then line up the cue ball straight to the object ball, straight to the pocket. And what I like to do is actually place a chalk right on the diamond so I can see where I need to stop that cue ball. Alright, I just hit 3 of those follow shots. Now let's actually do the draw shots. Like I said before, get your piece of chalk and get it on the diamond. That way you know where to actually get the cue ball to stop at. Practice your drills. Remember, do it without the object ball and do it with the object ball itself. And make sure when you do with object ball, line it up straight. That way you know exactly where straight is and you can actually get your speed control when you're actually colliding with the object ball itself and pocketing it in the pocket. Stay tuned. My next video is going to be on the break shot and breaking from the rail for 9-ball. And we're going to do a 10-ball break also. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe me. Don't forget the thumbs up. Bye bye.